Beneath the Vatican lies a place of deep quiet. It is a place of secrets. A vault is said to hold papers that could change the world. People have long called it the Vatican Secret Archives. It is a name that sends a shiver down the spine. Locked doors, hidden knowledge. It is a maze of shelves, stretching for miles. It holds the dust of centuries. It guards the letters of popes. It guards the letters of kings. Very few people are ever allowed to walk its quiet halls. Why is it so secret? This is the question that echoes. A place of such history, a place of such power. It is kept away from the world's eyes. If there is nothing to hide, then why the locks? Why the guards? The human mind pulls at threads like these. The secrecy itself is a story. It creates a space for our imagination to wander. It makes the heart beat a little faster, wondering what truths lie sleeping on those shelves. Before we enter the world of whispers, let us stand on solid ground. Let us talk about the facts. The Vatican Apostolic Archive is one of the largest and oldest archives in the world. It was officially separated from the Vatican Library in the 17th century by Pope Paul V. It is immense. Its shelves, if you were to line them up, would stretch for more than 50 miles of history. Inside, there are millions upon millions of documents. These are the records of the Catholic Church, a global institution that has shaped empires and cultures. What kind of documents? The collection is vast and varied. It holds the papal bull that excommunicated Martin Luther, sparking the Protestant Reformation. It contains letters from figures like Michelangelo, Abraham Lincoln, Mary, Queen of Scots. It has the records from the trials of the Knights Templar, Galileo Galilei. These are not rumors. These are historical artifacts. They are the raw material that historians use to piece together the past. They tell a story of faith, power, politics, art, written over 12 centuries. Access is not impossible, but it is heavily restricted. The Vatican does allow qualified scholars to study within its walls, but the process is slow and selective. Researchers must have advanced degrees and a specific project in mind. They can only request a few documents at a time, and no documents dated after 1958, the end of Pope Pius XII's papacy, are available. The official reason for this secrecy is preservation. These documents are fragile. They are one of a kind. They must be protected from damage, from theft, from the simple wear and tear of time. This protection extends to privacy. The archives hold countless letters and records concerning personal and diplomatic matters. The Church argues that some things must remain confidential to protect reputations, both of the living and the dead. This is the official story. It is a story of careful stewardship, a story of guarding history for future generations. It is a logical and responsible position, and yet, this careful guarding of the past is what creates the space for so much speculation about what else might be hidden away from view. Now let us step away from the known. Let us venture into the shadows. Where facts end, stories begin. And the Vatican archives are a fertile ground for stories. The sheer scale of the secrecy has given birth to countless conspiracy theories. These are the tales whispered in hushed tones. They are the plots of novels. They are the plots of movies. They suggest that the archive is not just a collection of historical papers. They suggest it is a vault of world-altering secrets, a place where the truth of our reality is locked away. These theories are powerful. They feed on our natural curiosity and our suspicion of powerful institutions. What could an organization with 2,000 years of history want to hide? The possibilities seem endless. The stories grow more elaborate with each telling. They paint a picture of a church that is not just a spiritual guide. They paint a picture of a church that is a gatekeeper of forbidden knowledge, a power that actively shapes our understanding of history, a power that actively shapes our understanding of science, a power that actively shapes our understanding of our own origins. By choosing what we are allowed to see, the rumors are diverse, theological, extraterrestrial. Some people believe the archive holds lost gospels, books that were left out of the Bible because they told a different story of Jesus. Others speak of something even more shocking. They whisper of evidence that Jesus never existed at all, or that he had a wife and children, or that a bloodline continues to this day. Let us look closer at one of the most persistent rumors, the idea of lost gospels. Many believe the Vatican is hiding books that were deliberately excluded from the New Testament. Scriptures that paint a picture of Jesus and his followers that is radically different from the one we know. They often point to Gnostic texts, Gospel of Thomas, Gospel of Mary Magdalene. These texts portray Mary not as a simple follower, but as a leader among the apostles, one who received special teachings from Jesus. What is the truth here? It is a fact that many Gospels were written in the early centuries of Christianity. The New Testament, as we know it, was compiled over time. Church leaders decided which texts were most authentic and inspired. The texts not chosen, the Apocrypha, were not all destroyed. Many copies survived. The Vatican Apostolic Archive and other libraries hold copies of some early Christian writings. Scholars study them to understand diverse early Christian thought. So, is the Vatican hiding something? Scholars say no. They say these documents are available for academic research. The rumors do not stop. At lost scriptures, they spiral outward into the fantastic. One of the most sensational claims is that the archive holds proof of extraterrestrial life. This theory suggests that the Church has known about aliens for centuries, perhaps even millennia. That ancient texts, when properly translated, do not speak of angels or spirits, but of visitors from the stars. The Vatican's own observatory, which employs world-class astronomers, is sometimes pointed to as further evidence. Why would the Church be so interested in the cosmos, they ask, unless it already knows we are not alone? Then there are the secrets about Jesus himself, beyond the question of other Gospels. Some theories claim the archive holds definitive, historical proof about his life and death. Proof that could either validate or invalidate the core tenets of Christianity. Imagine a document from a Roman official detailing the events of the crucifixion, or perhaps a letter from one of the apostles confessing that the resurrection was a hoax. The existence of such a document would be the single greatest secret in human history. Most historians agree this is highly unlikely. But the absence of proof is not proof of absence. A more grounded, yet still compelling set of rumors revolves around politics. The Vatican is not just a religious center, it is a sovereign state. Over the centuries, it has been a major player on the world stage. It has made treaties, brokered deals, engaged in diplomacy with kings, queens, dictators. Some believe the archive holds the documents that expose the Church's darkest dealings. Secret agreements with fascist regimes during World War II, for example, or evidence of financial corruption on a global scale. These political theories are harder to dismiss. History is filled with uncomfortable alliances and moral compromises. The Vatican has opened some of its World War II-era archives, but critics say the most incriminating documents remain hidden. Here, the line between protecting historical privacy and concealing institutional guilt becomes very blurry. It is in this gray area, between spiritual guidance and earthly power, that the secrets of the archive may be most real and most damaging. The vault may not hold aliens, but it almost certainly holds evidence of choices the Church would rather we forget. So, why do these stories persist? Why do we, as human beings, find the idea of a secret vault so captivating? Part of the answer lies in our own nature. We are born curious. We are pattern seekers. And when we are presented with a mystery, with a locked door, our minds instinctively want to know what is behind it. The secrecy of the archive is a vacuum, and conspiracy theories are what rush in to fill the void. They provide answers, however fantastical, where official sources provide only silence or restricted access. The institution's secrecy becomes a form of narrative gravity. The more it tries to control the information, the more it fuels the speculation that it has something to hide. It is a paradox. By locking the doors to protect its history, the Vatican has inadvertently created a mythology far more powerful than any single document could ever be. The archive has become a symbol. It represents every piece of lost knowledge, every suppressed truth, every conspiracy we can imagine. It is a blank screen onto which we project our deepest suspicions about power. Think of it like breadcrumbs on a shadowed path. A scholar mentions a strange footnote in an old text. A former guard gives a cryptic interview. The Vatican makes a small change, like renaming the archive. Each of these is a small crumb. They do not give us the full story, but they lead us onward. They encourage our minds to connect the dots, to draw our own maps of what might be hidden. This process of discovery, even if it is imaginary, is deeply satisfying. It gives us a sense of agency, a feeling that we are uncovering a puzzle. We stand at the end of our journey, back before the silent, heavy doors of the archive. We have walked through the known facts, the miles of shelves, the letters of kings, the strict rules for scholars. We have also wandered through the shadows of rumor, the lost gospels, the alien texts, the political cover-ups. We are left with a collection of truths, half-truths, tantalizing questions. The vault below the Vatican holds both history, mystery. It gives us solid ground to stand on, and it gives our imagination wings to fly. The deepest secret may not be a specific document. It may not be a scroll that rewrites a holy book, a map to a lost world. The deeper secret may be the reason for the secrecy itself. Why, in an age of information, does one of the world's most important institutions continue to keep so much of its past under lock and key? Is it truly just to protect fragile paper and ink? Or is it to protect an idea of authority, infallibility, an unbroken line of power stretching back through the ages? Institutions, like people, have memories they are proud of and memories they wish to forget. They guard their artifacts, but they also guard their reputation. The archive is the Vatican's memory. To control it is to control the narrative of its past. Perhaps the fear is not that a single document will change everything overnight. Perhaps the fear is slower, that 1,000 small documents taken together would reveal a history that is more human, more political, more fallible than the official story allows. We are left here, in the quiet, with our thoughts. The archive remains a paradox. It is a place of knowledge that is defined by what is not known. It is a testament to the power of history and the power that comes from controlling it. The stories it generates tell us as much about ourselves, our hopes and our fears, as they do about the Vatican. And so, the mystery endures, as potent as ever. Maybe the Vatican's greatest secret isn't what it hides, but why it has been hidden for so long.